we go now. First one. Heliot Ramos. Hey, Nays, when's the last time they had a left fielder play 2 years in a row?
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds was the last. I was one of them, 2010, for about an at-bat. This guy's going to be here for a while. Run this back for me real quick. I was locked in on this game. We talk about body movements all the time when it comes to hitting. I want to talk about reading somebody's body language, all right? He's gotten off to a nice start, swinging the bat nice. Hayden Wisniewski, I'm sure there's no history here. When you see a 93-mile-an-hour heater first pitch of the game kind of running up and in, if you're completely locked in, you do what Heliot Ramos does. But most guys are like, getting out of the way, maybe a back turn. I saw him take this first pitch, and I'm like, oh, he's going to have a good game. Watch this. Run it. Boom. Run that back for me. Yeah. Just watch the way he takes this. This is almost hitting the hair on his forearm, and he doesn't budge. He sees this clean, easy, right out of his hand. Oh. So now it's on. Now this at bat, he actually ends up striking out, and he's gotten off to a nice start, and we're going to get back into this AB right here. So he takes this first pitch, then he gets a changeup down 1-1, breaking ball that he's all over, and you could tell he was kind of hunting breaking ball. Run that back for me real quick. When he's late on this fastball, 94, it gets fouled off to the right side. He's on it, but you can tell he's almost sitting soft. So run this. He eventually fishes at a breaking ball down and away because he's sitting on it and sees it so good. Leads to his at-bat in the fourth. Second time he's seeing him. 1-0 game. 2-0 game, San Francisco. We're going to put it on ice right here because he's going to get that breaking ball over the heart of the plate, and he's going to deposit it in Crawford boxes. I just like what I'm seeing out of him. Nays is going to bring up a really interesting board. He's got bat speed for days. He's got a short move to the baseball. San Francisco's a real interesting team. They got a nice pitching staff. I love the left side of their defense with Willie Adames and Matt Chapman. They get a guy like him to stand up and have a monster season. Jung-Oh Lee is healthy. And when I watch him, you think back to when I was a kid. Kevin Mitchell was hitting bombs, making bare hand plays, playing the outfield for the San Francisco Giants. He's got that stacked way about him. Players to rank in the 85th percentile in bat speed and swing length. So you want elite bat speed where it's firing through the zone, but you want short and quick to the baseball. There's two guys that match this profile, Heliot Ramos and Christian Campbell for the Boston Red Sox. 87th in bat speed and 85th in swing length. So he's doing a lot of things really well. He's an interesting player for the Giants, a guy that could be an X factor for their season if they're going anywhere in the NL West. We know what we're getting out of Logan Webb. He is a problem. Pause this real quick. I always like doing the low homes to give people at home a chance. If you're hitting against him, what does it look like? The first thing that I notice is he's real far on the first base side of the mound, which is interesting to me because most sinker ball pitchers, in my mind, would want to be on the third base side and shoving that two-seamer up under right-handed batters. His ball's got more of, not sink as much as it's running the entire plate. So maybe that's why he stands on the first base side, so he can kind of get that wiffle ball effect that Michael King's got working in San Diego. But you have to look for different things as he gets into his motion because he presents so differently. You think he's sinker, slider, but he's mixing in a changeup. He's elevating a four-seamer. There's a lot to cover, like Nate Eovaldi. So you're searching, run this. Run that back real quick. Some guys are trying, and right at the top here, click it one more. Right there. Back it up so I can see his hand. One more. Boom, perfect. You're trying, sometimes when you're facing a guy this nasty, you're trying to see how much of the baseball you can pick up. If you're not seeing a lot of white, maybe it's a changeup. If you're seeing a lot of white, maybe it's a four-seam fastball and he's just got two fingers on it. So that's the stuff sometimes, if you're good enough and you're seeing a ball, you can kind of look right there. Maybe you make out a pitch because you've got to figure it out. Run this. He has got nasty two-seamer right there to Jay Cronenworth. Run that back real quick because it's interesting. Get me to that same spot if you can. Pause. Did you see the knuckle curveball? See the finger up? Now in real time, I don't know how many guys are picking that up, but that'd be something that you're trying to look for as you're watching video leading in. Run this. And he was fantastic again last night, keeping the ball on the ground. But the one thing that I notice about him in watching him, not only is he a bulldog and leads the rotation, but he goes to all four quadrants. Pause this real quick. he doesn't fall into a pattern. You think, like I said, he's that sinker slider guy. He's starting to elevate. Bring up the heat maps for me. So in 2022, most of his sinker heat maps, he was kind of living middle of the zone and give you that visual that it's down. It just seemed to me like last night when he wanted to, he had this like upshoot four-seamer that he could run by guys. So another problem. Gets to all quadrants. You got to cover so much. He's got the low three-quarter. He's got stones. Let's get into it right here. Look at Rogers, top of the zone. I don't know what he's looking for or if it's just a survival AB. But Logan said, I'm not going to mess around. Yeah, I'll give him an occasional change-up right there, but it's 92 sink. And now I'm going to elevate the heater. 93 up. Maybe he's going breaking ball away. No, right by you at 92. So really good stuff. Christian Walker, more of the same. He's gotten off to a slow start. You could see how he's a little jumpy early. Then he tries to stay back, comes outside the zone, slider down and away. Gives him a 92. Elevated in the zone, goes and gets him. So I thought that was real interesting. Pitch usage, sinker, 2023 was 33% of the time. Listen, he's up that 45% of the time. Change-ups down. He's added in the cutter. So you're covering a lot. And the final thing, I'm going to give Altuve his flowers. First ballot Hall of Famer. Does it all the time. 3-2, doesn't matter who's on the mound. He doesn't discriminate. He'll hit your ones and twos. He'll abuse your 3-4-5 guy in a rotation. Just a dominant player, and he's been that way his entire career from jump. One of the most successful postseason players the game's ever seen. Second most postseason homers next to Manny Ramirez. We'll all remember in 2019, Game 6 against Aroldis, taking that slider deep. And I just want to tip my hat to him. I don't love this. I don't like taking a first ballot Hall of Famer at second base and asking him to go play left field. Now, I know he's willing to do it for the betterment of the team because that's the kind of teammate he is. And in Houston, with the short porch in left field, you can kind of get away with it. But I don't foresee him playing major left field innings on the road for this team. I think you'll see him a lot more at second base, or you stick Yordan out there and you DH Altuve. However you want to shake it. I get why he's doing it, but I don't love it. I love Robert. You got a take on going to the outfield?
I understand, like you said, why they did it, and the fact that he was willing to do it and attack it as enthusiastically speaks to him as a man and as a ball player. But yeah, it's a work in progress. The thing that concerns me most right now, and it is early, is their offense. They're 3 for 24 with runners in scoring position. So, but it's early. We'll see how it works out.
Padres had news early, as we say. Good early morning to you on the West Coast. JP, Jackson Merrill and the Padres make it a marriage. How did it get done? 21 years old in season. Good morning.
Lauren, good morning. The Padres reminding us, hey, we're undefeated too.
That's
A lot of conversation right now about the Los Angeles Dodgers, but the Padres off to a tremendous start, and what a great decision for them to lock up Jackson Merrill. Robert Murray first report this, a 9-year contract for $135 million. It could max out if different options are exercised at $204 million. Lauren, so often in this industry, the best money you spend is on the players that you know the best, and that's the case for the San Diego Padres. Merrill, of course, background as a shortstop, has adjusted to center field brilliantly and is now a fixture in San Diego. We've talked a lot about this division. The Padres reminding everybody that, yes, there's plenty of focus on the Dodgers, and there should be, but the Padres have an excellent chance to make the playoffs as well, and Jackson Merrill, a huge reason why.
Going to be 30-31 when that deal is over. Magic in America's finest city. I feel like the truest statement in all the land is that the Braves and the Dodgers are going in opposite directions. I was at Truist yesterday, saw Spencer Strider throwing. Give Braves fans some optimism. What do you got?
Well, Lauren, you're there on the ground. You have a good report, too, I'm sure. But his last time out, the last time he threw in a simulated competitive setting, he was able to get up to around 60 pitches. So that's a very good sign for the Atlanta Braves. Basically, after checking on this yesterday, Lauren, I was told Strider likely to be back a little bit before Acuna. Acuna more likely to be probably sometime in the month of May. He's still getting adjusted to what it'll be like for him to be able to play defense and run great distances. But for Strider, there is at least some hope that he might be able to help out this Braves rotation before the month is up. And that is very welcome news indeed, especially given the news about Reynaldo Lopez in recent days, about him having a shoulder issue. It's going to keep him out indefinitely. And that is why Bryce Elder is going to be on the mound for us in tonight's showcase game.
What's so insane about the Dodgers start is that Freddie and Mookie have played in half the games. All we heard was that Mookie, you're shaking your head, Mookie was sick, and Robert said it with the home run. Didn't look that sick last night.
No, he didn't. And Lauren, how about this for Mookie Betts? We can talk about all the different stats and how he's doing. He's played in 4 games, And in those 4 games, he has hit 3 tie-breaking or go-ahead home runs, including last night. Mookie is back and tremendous, obviously, as he always is. And it just shows how valuable he is for what he does for the Los Angeles Dodgers, both on and off the field. But it's the power. I think that was probably the biggest question, is after missing the time due to illness, would he be able to have that same power that we're used to seeing out of Mookie Betts? Well, certainly that was the case last night in a game where it looked like for a long time the Braves had a very good chance to win it. He's facing his former Red Sox teammate, Chris Sale. Sale leaves that breaking pitch in a hittable spot. And Mookie, my goodness, what a moment in L.A. I got to tell you, Lauren, I was actually listening to this broadcast just after I landed in L.A. last night. And I was there at LAX listening to this as it unfolded.
I'm sure you were, by the way.
He did it again. He did it again. I could not believe. I was looking around. Basically, I'm looking for somebody to share the moment with in L.A. It was like, listen, look at this. Look at what Mookie's doing again.
They're at the Coffee Bean. They don't care.
Right. They're at the Coffee Bean. It's late. I'm saying, are you aware of what's happening a few miles away from here at Dodger Stadium? Mookie just did it again. So what a great ambassador for the game. Great player, great man, and very excited to watch him tonight for our showcase.
You know, you used the word valuable. We were doing a breakdown the other day. I think Robert and D-Ro were, and D-Ro said, I can't think of a player as valuable as Tommy Edman in the sense of versatility, right? What does Dave Roberts say about the ability to just plug and play him anywhere?
He is so important. And we talked about an extension at the beginning of this conversation with Jackson Merrill and the Padres. So let's remember the Dodgers extended Tommy Edman in the offseason and for very, very good reason. He is one of only 3 players for the Dodgers who have defensively started in every single game this season. And in Tommy's case, yes, all but one of them have been at second base, but the other one was in center field. And so he's got the ability to add another bat if you can move him to the outfield if you need to. It really does seem, though, that the Dodgers like the idea of him being Mookie Betts' double play partner up the middle of the diamond. He's a great story. The NLCS MVP. His mother, Maureen, immigrated from Korea, grew up as a Dodger fan in L.A. Then her son gets traded to the Dodgers last year from the Cardinals and then goes on to help him win a World Series title. I mean, it's truly a Hollywood story for one of the great people in the game. Tommy Edman just, again, the Dodgers, we talk a lot about their talent, and they've got that. They've collected a lot of great people on this roster, too, and certainly Edman and Mookie part of that conversation.
You're up early. Time for breakfast. Go to the griddle, get the pancakes. Fluffy and divine, okay?
All right. I got to make sure that my breakfast order, hey, O Capito. I have to make sure that D-Ro agrees with my breakfast choices, too, Lauren. I watch the show. I know how this works.
All right, what would you order? What is it?
Oh, I mean, for me, the best breakfast ever would be pancakes. That's what I got.
All right, good stuff.